What is going on, everybody? Waiting on Evo. He should be here soon. Should be here very soon. Think he's warming up the engines right now, ladies and gentlemen. Warming up the engines right now. Ooh, my mic's hot. Hey, our movie trailers, Bloomin' Skywalker. What is going on, guys? We're going to get started here shortly. Bear with us. Bear with us. How'd y'all like that track? I enjoyed it. I hope you did.
I have you.
DSP, what is going on, brother? Evo is hopping on right now, guys, and we'll get started here shortly. I'm about to hit that intro for y'all as Evo and I get connected. All right. What is going on, all you hollow table heroes? This is your boy Itachi. We got my good friend, my buddy, my pal, my guildmate, Evo on. How's it going, Evo?
It's going great.
How'd everyone? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I think you missed out on that Mandalorian track. Shout out to SJT. Found him on YouTube with a Mandalorian theme remix. I liked it. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about that song if you want to hear it for yourself. The link is in the description down below. As you can see, we have got a new setup for IMPS, my friends. Evo is down on your bottom right. I'm over here to the bottom left. We got some B-roll rolling right now up top above us. And as you can see, we're doing a little bit of PTI style. You guys got to let me know if I'm too loud out there. This is a new scene that I created on Streamlabs, so I didn't get all the settings quite right, but they're there. They're there. So welcome to the Imperial Military Podcast Show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Tuesday night. We do this every Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Evo and myself have a free-to-play account that we go over, and we talk about those accounts, where we're at, and things like that. But tonight, we've got a special edition. As you can see, we've got some very interesting topics up on the left-hand side. We're going to talk about Cara Dune. We're going to talk about Greef Karga. We're going to talk about Mandalorian coming to the game this week. What does this mean for Rebels and Bounty Hunters? We're going to talk about Moff Gideon and the child, Baby Yoda. So we're going to get in. Yeah. Baby Yoda. Got to turn you back up. Yeah, man. Baby Yoda.
Give me some baby. I'm a whale on some Baby Yoda, man.
I already did some whaling. If you guys watched the B-roll, I did not. Let's get into it. Let's get into it right here. So let's start off by talking about Cara Dune. What did you think about the event, Evo? The marquee event.
Eh.
Eh.
I don't know. It was all right.
It was all right.
It was all right.
It was all right.
I haven't done Greefs yet, so.
You haven't done Greefs yet? Oh man.
No.
Oh baby. Oh baby. That's a shame. I wish
Mondays don't work for me, man. I barely get my payouts on Mondays anymore.
Man, that stay-at-home life right there.
Yeah.
Working from home, huh?
Yeah, it's a thing.
So Cara Dune, you guys are seeing the gameplay right now. Actually, she was okay. Definitely not game changing. I don't think for Rebels. Probably about a third tier, going in probably like a third tier Rebel team.
I agree, DSP. That was exciting.
The part where you could use Mando was, oh yeah, absolutely. That was fantastic. Being able to use Mando was absolutely great. And I know Evo hasn't played the new event, but both events you're able to use Mando. I can't wait for that. But I think the event itself, it's been a long time since we had a marquee event. I think we had who was the last one? Resistance Hero Poe, right? That was the last one that we had. That was pretty good, pretty decent. Obviously, what it led up to, Galactic Legends, man, that was not cool. I do like the fact that she can fit into a scoundrel team, so there may actually be some more viability there in a scoundrel team. I was a little excited at first. Seemed like very, very anti Empire, and then I remembered like no one puts Empire on defense these days. Very rarely do you see Empire on defense, and I personally did not wail out on Cara Dune on any accounts. So I just unlocked her, and I didn't even activate her. How about you?
No, I didn't activate her.
No.
I just made sure I got the event in.
Now, for anyone that's like kind of just starting the game out, maybe just get the hyperdrive bundle account and is early in the game, Cara Dune could be very, very good for you at 3 and 4 stars. What's going on, hashtagger? What do you think? No, maybe. Out of it, maybe. Evo?
What?
Oh, I was asking, what do you think about Cara Dune early on in the game? If you're a newer player.
Sorry, you said something about hashtagger. I thought you were asking hashtagger over there. No, I mean definitely for like a scoundrel team, because there's that one. What's it? That one? There's one event that comes up that you need scoundrels for.
Yep.
So I think it would help with that. But really, any free character when you're starting out like that, it's definitely big. Even if it just helps you get through Cantina battles, or not Cantina battles, Galactic Warfare.
Yeah, I think. I mean, even with going into Grand Arena in the early stages, if you throw some gear and work on our abilities a little bit, probably not the Zeta. I wouldn't worry about the Zeta, but working in on her abilities a little bit and mods, she could definitely be pretty decent starting off, especially with the hyperdrive bundle account or a hyperdrive bundle account. All the rebels that they give you in that, you can definitely find some use for her there. You should be going up against very similar GPs, and if they didn't participate in the event, because maybe they don't know, new to the game, that's a one up for you. She goes under stealth, right? When she's under a scoundrel lead. Under rebels, though, she taunts like crazy, and those AoE stuns against Empire are redonkulous. They're pretty nice. But overall, like I said, not too overwhelming character. I definitely believe we are starting to lead up to something. For sure. What that is, don't know yet. We'll get into that a little later. All right, let's move on to Greef Karga. Now, Greef. Whew. Man, I spent about $300 on him.
For real?
Yeah, on my main account. 7 stars. Got him to 5 stars on my Hyperdrive bundle account.
Well, it's funny that you said that. Do you see what's on my screen right now?
Yeah, everybody does.
Yeah, ask me about that after this.
After? Okay.
I did a thing.
Oh, you did a thing. Okay. Yeah, Greef is definitely dope, by the way. This guy has 3-star viability early. He's going to have 4 and 5-star viability early. What he's doing for the Bounty Hunter faction is ridiculous. He's a support character, which, you know, Bounty Hunters don't have a support character right now, really. And he's doing some very interesting things between being able to inflict daze on characters to, with his basic, bring them in cold, is a being able to dispel all buffs on a target enemy, so it's a cleanse off of an enemy, and calling everyone into assist, which is ridiculous for sure. Man, this chat is lighting up here. The TM removal could be useful only on the hyperdrive user. Keeping her alive might be tricky at 3 stars.
DSP, he's doing Mando.
Oh,
he's doing.
Yeah, man. Look at the. Okay, DSP. Would you just do me a favor and look over to the left side of your screen? He's on there, man. We're coming up to him.
No, I'm pretty sure he means whaling on Mando.
Oh, yeah, that's happening.
So are we just going ahead and you're gonna do Mando and I'll do Baby Yoda? Or are you doing both?
We'll get there. We'll get there about the child. But bring them in cold. Doing mass assist is huge in gaining offense and critical chance up, and man, dealing additional damage. This is one of the very few assist abilities out there that actually allows you to do more damage, as opposed to giving you damage penalties. So like Imperial Troopers, you get damage penalties. Here, no damage penalties. You're gonna increase the amount of damage, actually, doing more damage when you're calling them in with bring them in cold, and you'll be able to dispel all buffs on a target enemy, which is ridiculous. Sweeten the deal. This is a Zeta, and this is what gives them retribution. It gives them health and protection regain, which is ridiculous. It's doubled if they have their payout, so they're getting even more health recovery and protection recovery, all the way up to it's 25%, up to recover 25% health and protection, doubled if they have payout active. So once they get payout actives, it's going to be 50% health and protection. Allies with payouts are going to also gain tenacity up for 2 turns and 50% turn meter if you have his Zeta on there, as well as dispel all debuffs on bounty hunter allies. So a mass cleanse, which is fantastic. Greef Karga is starting to turn out already as a fantastic character. Now his leadership is okay. I think it's going to be pretty hard to try to get this contract triggered, just because they have to attack out of turn. With his leadership, loyalty pays. It is still a good other actions that you're going to get, which is the 30% max protection. Whenever allied bounty hunters gain buff, they recover 5% protection. So that part is you're still going to be able to get, whether or not he's in the leadership slot or not. So you're still going to want to take this up.
Just got some.
Boss of the guild. So this right here allows him to go stealth. He gains stealth for 2 turns. And then each time any bounty hunter earns their payout, allied bounty hunters cooldowns are reduced by 1. Now that is the Zeta. And Greef also gains the following bonuses: 10% counter chance, critical avoidance, and max health stacking. This is like a mini illuminated destiny for bounty hunters, guys. It's ridiculous. The tenacity up and mass cleanse is like sexy Rexy. I mean, this guy is going to be great. And then his payout, whenever Greef receives the rewards, blah, blah, blah. Payout is Greef dispels all debuffs on bounty hunter allies, and he recovers 100% health and protection. Greef gains stealth for 1 turn. At the end of each of his turns, whenever Greef becomes inflicted with a debuff, his cooldowns are reduced by 1. So with his payout, he's going to reduce his own cooldowns. If you have Boss of the Guild Zeta, I think that's the Zeta. No, I think that one's no. Yeah, that's a Zeta. The leadership is not a Zeta. So Boss of the Guild Zeta. You're also going to reduce the cooldowns of all the bounty hunters, which is going to be ridiculous, man. This is going to be a ridiculous team. You kind of want him to get the debuffs. Typically, you don't want your supports to be able to get debuffs, but because the way his kit works, you're going to want them. So you're reducing those cooldowns as much as possible, being able to continuously mass assist and things like that. So Greef Karga, man, the gameplay for that, man, I was going through doing that event, and I was like, oh man, I'm spending on him. As I was going through the event, I was like, man, this is a new level for bounty hunters by far. So already going to be using him for Grand Arena territory wars that are active right now. So definitely excited about that. Kind of upset I'm not going to be able to use Mando, unfortunately, because of when he's coming. So there is that. So Evo, you said you haven't been able to play the event yet, huh?
I'm not.
That's unfortunate, man. You don't know what you're missing.
I mean, I'll get in there and do it. Give me 5 days to do something. I'm gonna take 5 days.
Hey, man, you may want to get it quicker than 5 days.
Oh, don't worry. I missed B1 Battle Droid when he came out on like 2 accounts, so won't happen again.
Jeez, man. Yeah, don't miss out. All right. Also, if you're out there free to play and you are at least level 60, I believe, or 65, do not miss out on these characters. Just FYI, if you're not aware, it's going to take about 3 months before they become free to play. So you'll be able to buy the packs and use crystals to unlock them up until that point. Obviously, after that point as well, once they become free to play farmable, you can go farm them in their nodes. Hard nodes or cantina, depending on where they end up putting them, and then it will take you probably about another 3 months of farming them to get them to actual 7 stars. So you have the pack that gives you extra shards, a little bit of gear to take them up to, I believe, gear tier 5 or 6, and take their abilities up to level 5 that you get for $20 along with some crystals. So that takes you up to the next star. So instead of 3 stars, you get them at 4 stars if you do that $20 pack. All right, moving on to Mando. Man, what did you guys think about the Mandalorian? You guys are going to see some Greef Karga play coming up here now as I was going through the event in the B-roll. But what did everyone think of just what we saw in these 2 events? You actually got to play with Mando twice in the Cara Dune event as well as the Greef Karga event. Let us know in the live chat right now. Blow up that chat. Let me know what you guys thought of the Mandalorian. Were you excited? Were you a little underwhelmed? Are you overwhelmed? Were you like, oh my gosh, I just can't wait. Why can't I have this character right now? Let me know. What'd you think, Evo?
Haven't done it.
You did Cara Dune. Get out of here.
Yeah, no. So from what I remember of it, like honestly, I only did it once, and then I just kind of autoed the rest of them on the other accounts. But no, I want Mando for sure.
So what about that Annihilate ability, man? That was
yes,
dope. That was dope, man. The Mandalorian is going to be a must have for sure. I will be unlocking 7 stars on my main account and probably 5 stars on the Hyperdrive Bundle account. Hashtagger gearing up Django for Mando, but not wailing on any of them. Okay. DSP super excited. Got all Rey characters to G12 plus. So I'm slapping a Zeta and gearing him immediately. Yeah, this is he's gonna be huge. He's gonna be freaking huge. The Swift Shot, which was just as basic, was pretty cool looking. I really liked the animation for Transpierce, which is his special one. And then, man, he gets that payout. You get that payout, and you add in that Disintegrate ability. Woo-wee. Man, that thing is redonkulous. Hashtagger says, plus we're going to need them all for the child. Watch. We're getting there. We're getting there. Don't beat me to the punch. But yeah, man, Mando, I'm definitely excited to see. I'll be recording that. Probably not live streaming, to be honest with you, but I will record, add it to the B-roll. DSP, yeah. Will be fun seeing him and Greef together in Bounty Hunters. Yeah, that's going to be a tough team. I think it's going to be a tough team to beat. I'm curious to see how they do in Grand Arena. Don't miss Grand Arena live tomorrow for opening day of week 4, our final week with that climb to Kyber. It's interesting how they do in defense because I definitely have Django lead on defense along with Greef in there, Bosk. I've been seeing some footage out there, man. 3 and 4 star Greef able to take out at gear 11 decent mods with and without the Zeta, taking out Geos under Jango Fett lead, taking out Night Sisters under I think it was Boba Fett lead. Yeah, it's Boba Fett lead. Gear 11, that's gear 11, 4 star, 3 and 4 star Greef Karga. Granted, the rest of the team was relicked. It was good against a relic Night Sister team, but they destroyed them. What else did I see them against? Destroying Jedi Knight Revan team. Yeah, Bounty Hunters are going to move up to A tier team for sure. Yeah, his heal is yeah, that heal Zeta is awesome, man. So he's definitely giving them some more survivability. But Mando, I think is going to be really huge once you add him in with Greef. You know, then you can probably permanently put Django into a Separatist team. And then you're just probably going to be using Mando as the leadership there. Which is asset acquisition. And you get the contract while buffed, score critical hits, which should be really easy to do for these bounty hunters. The amount of critical chance that the Mando gives for bounty hunters in his leadership are going to be ridiculous. He's also given tenacity as well, and offense and health steal. This is going to be big, man. This is going to be big. It's probably going to be similar to, it was pretty easy to hit the contract with Mando in the leadership in the events. So, doing it in real life shouldn't be a problem. I'm definitely excited to see what happens with that team. All right. So, we kind of already started talking about this, Rebels and Bounty Hunters. I think Bounty Hunters are getting the bigger step up, you know, with these characters that are coming for Bounty Hunters. Just with Greef alone, I mean, Greef Karga, you're probably putting Bounty Hunters from like a B team to like a B plus A minus team now. And then I'm sure once you add the Mandalorian, they're probably going to be a good solid A team. For Grand Arena in PvP, which is ridiculous, along with Territory Wars and things like that. For Rebels, like I said, Cara Dune isn't adding too much to Rebels. You're not replacing Old Ben. Old Ben is a better kit for CLS as far as his turn meter removal, his ability block, and things like that. and the fact that he has his own little kind of let's put some buffs up on everyone when I die. Cara Dune seems very, very specific and targeted towards Empire. And as we know, you don't see very many Empire teams out there on defense in Grand Arena or Territory Wars. So that kind of takes her stock down quite a bit, just because she's more so targeted towards one particular team. The turn meter gain was pretty cool when you defeat enemies, but honestly, she's going to have a very, 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 very specific niche in the game.
I don't like those type of abilities when things like that happen when you kill a character.
Oh yeah,
because it's limited. Like you're always going to be limited to 5 unless you're going against a team that is constantly reviving characters. So maybe like a Night Sisters team or something like that. But
yeah, I
don't know. I'm just not a fan of those abilities.
I mean, the plus side to that is then she can get over to, like I said, if you're facing a Empire team, being able to constantly keep them stun locked is the only benefit I really see there, because she's gaining turn meter and then you can stun lock, gaining turn meter, stun lock, gaining turn meter, stun lock. That's really the only thing that I see as a benefit there with that unique ability per se. But like I said, she's not adding any big value to Rebels. She's not adding a lot of big value to Scoundrels. So she's kind of got a C for me right now, like a C to D. Now we don't know, maybe here in the future, maybe she becomes super important like Jolie Bindo or something like that. Canderous we were able to see immediately almost be helpful along with Karth in the Karth lead. You're like, oh man, that guy, that's an awesome kit for Canderous with Karth lead. But this one I just don't see yet, unfortunately. However, like I said, bounty hunters are getting a big boost. Not that they necessarily needed it. They're pretty dope as it is. By themselves right now, but they really just became a top tier team, I think, for defense and even maybe for offense, to be completely honest with you. Not having to take in Traya against Geos is pretty big thing, actually. If you save your bounty hunters for offense with that Django lead and using Greef, Karga, and that's without the Mandalorian. So just imagine it with the Mandalorian being able to take out Jango Fett, put Jango Fett into a separatist team with Nute Gunray. Man, that allows you to really use your roster to the fullest by far. All right, let's talk about this Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon, I think, is coming to the game. He's got to be coming to the game, right? He's the main bad guy in this actual series right now, the Mandalorian. He's Empire, and I'm assuming they're gonna bring at least 2 more characters to the game from the Mandalorian, and make this a legendary event to get the child, aka Baby Yoda. But I think Moff Gideon is going to be a marquee event. It's going to be needed for this legendary type event. And the fact that we're coming up on the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, it's a perfect time to bring in and kind of start thinking about doing reworks for the Empire. And Moff Gideon would be a good one to bring in for that. Do you think we're going to see a Darksaber with Moff Gideon?
See, you know more about all that than I do. What is a Darksaber?
That is the sword that he was holding up on the last episode as he emerges from his TIE fighter. The black sword.
I'd have to look it up. Is it black?
Yeah, it's the thing that Sabine takes out in the game. You know, in the game, Sabine, when she comes up and she does her armor shred.
Oh, this thing. Dude, that'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, so that episode for me was far overshadowed by the movie because it released the same week. So, watch Rebels.
Yeah, the animated series Rebels. They talk a lot more about it in there. Yeah, go to Disney. Disney.
Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, Darksaber has got a lot of history to it because there's only been one Mandalorian. Yep, that one. One Mandalorian that has been a part of the Jedi Order, and he forged the Darksaber, and there's a lot of history behind that thing, and kind of fitting that the name of the show is The Mandalorian. The Darksaber's in it, so yeah, I would watch Rebels, the TV series. That episode is way better than the movie.
I like the movie. I'm a movie person, not necessarily a story person. I like the movies, unless it's Harry Potter. Don't get me started on that. But yeah, I like the movie. I like it. That was alright.
I think the movie was alright. Yeah, but I think Moff Gideon is going to be good. Maybe we can restore some power back to the Empire inside this game. They're in dire needs, I should say. Dire needs of some help. And maybe Moff Gideon is just the guy to do it. I think the other character we'll see is Ugnaught. This is the way. This is the way. I have spoken.
Oh no, I have spoken. That guy,
yeah. I have
I
spoken.
was about to say. He doesn't say this is the way. No, the man. This is the way is what the Mandalorian's quote.
Oh, that's right.
It is the way.
It is the way. This is the way. Yeah. Yeah. No, he says I have spoken. That should definitely be a an ability for him. I have spoken. If he comes to the game. Now, I think all these characters are going to lead up to the child, aka Baby Yoda, as a legendary event. Clone Wars Season 1, then Rebels, then the final season of Clone Wars, then Resistance. There you go. He gave you a full breakdown, man. Baby Yoda, it would be crazy for Baby Yoda not to come to the game. Not to come to the game. If Baby Yoda doesn't come to the game, I'm not going to do anything drastic, but
You're not gonna delete your YouTube account like what's his name threatened?
yeah, I'll delete.
That Grievous rework,
I'll delete a YouTube account.
just like he did, right? All right, I gotta write this down. Hold on, Clone Wars 136.
But Baby Yoda, do we get to see a force? I'm assuming a force choke. Is this where the force choke is going to come in?
No, if they give it to Yoda and they don't rework it into a Vader,
It's the child. It's not. It's not baby. It's not Yoda.
no, his name is Baby Yoda.
They're gonna put it as the child. They're gonna have to just because of their contract with Disney and Star Wars.
What we don't know is we don't know exactly how far after everything happened this is going down. It's possible it's 50 years, and it's possible that Yoda's race of creatures just reincarnate, and that's a Baby Yoda. We don't know. If Darth Maul is still alive, that can be Baby Yoda. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Darth Maul's sneaky though. Sidious underestimated his will to live. That guy's will to live is ridiculous. All the way into Han. Come on, man. Young Han, YOLO. But yeah, I think Baby Yoda is going to be huge for the game. I think this is the perfect timing for Capital Games to go in and actually go after this content. To be honest with you, it's we're getting marquees, which is awesome. It's something that everyone can kind of participate in, free to play, pay to play, and things like that. So I think it's a good way that they brought the community together. The Mandalorian content was far more sought after in the community than the last Star Wars movie content, to be honest with you. Everyone's been waiting for it, asking for it well before they even talked about Galactic Legends. If you guys remember, like, that show hit and everyone's like, yo, I need Mando in my account now.
I mean, that's the beauty of the Mandalorian. It didn't have expectations of continuing the Star Wars story. It had expectations of creating the Mandalorian story. So the movie could have gone wrong, but Mando is a whole new ball game.
Yeah, Mando is a whole new ball game, but it feels so much like original trilogy content. Like the cinematic, the way it is cinematically, like it's more George Lucas-y than it is Disney, which the last three movies of the trilogy of the series, Skywalker series, was more Disney-esque, I want to say. Like I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like George Lucas type of feeling.
Hey, hold on. I've got a thing I want to say, but I can't remember his name, so I'm gonna come back to that.
All right, keep wailing, wail harder. Always, my friend. Always, my friend. All right, so
there it is. Ben Solo is my favorite Disney princess.
There you go.
There we go.
All right,
I'm thinking the name Ben Solo.
We're gonna hide that B-roll, and we're gonna get into our counts, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We've got the IMPS Itachi and IMPS Evo account. I think Evo's is down at the bottom still there. Yeah.
Mine. This isn't IMPS, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna have some B-roll going in the background. What's up, Darth Asta? Faux show. But here's the IMPS Itachi account. Finally, 109 in arena, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. Padme. It took us a little while. It took us a little while longer than Evo, but I'm okay with that. I'm so proud of this team right now. 109. As you can see, we got that Relic 5 Padme, Relic 5 Anakin, Relic 4 Canopsters, Relic 2 Ahsoka Tano. My friends, I'm loving this team over in Arena. I am literally finally just deleting people. It's like good night Jedi Knight Revan, good night Darth Revan with Malik. I mean, she is great. She's great. She's great. It's a little slow at times, but she's great. Fleet, I'm staying top 50. Yeah, pretty much I need MILF. Is literally what I need in there. 108 more spots to go. Yeah. Have I showed you guys the top? I think I showed you guys the top.
Yeah, this is one that we've got.
That's Galactic Legend Kylo Ren. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren here with his ultimate. He's got all the Zetas on him. No Great Wall of Democracy in that team. No Great Wall of Democracy. Who's the Great Wall of Democracy? What are you talking about? We got Canopsters in there. General Kenobi. Oh, Oh, I know what you're talking about. Clone Wars Chewbacca. No Clone Wars Chewbacca. No Clone Wars Chewbacca. Darth Ass, I'm scared of the day I see one owner. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that on the hyperdrive. So, let's get through here, guys. Galactic Legends. Yeah, that's about it. Let's talk about the 501st. Sexy Rexy is still on that 7-star march.
I love how they put them at the top. Like, they just...
Yeah.
They got them right at the top of the list. Like, hey, don't forget about Galactic Legends. Every time you come in here to select which team you want to look at, just remember, there are now Galactic Legends. Thank you, from Capital Games.
Yeah. 501st, finally got Ahsoka relicked. It took me so long, I feel like. Already at Relic 2. I just relicked her yesterday. No. I could not get her relic yesterday. It was today I got her relic. I was trying to get her relic before I joined Grand Arena, and it just didn't happen. Echo 5s, both at 7 stars. Haven't really worked on these guys since last time. No change. Rex 8 out of 100. Bounty Hunters. I have not activated Greef. He's going to stay this way for the time being. Again, this is our free-to-play account, so resources are limited because we're not spending money, and because of that, I'm not going to activate him on this account yet until we get into that free-to-play being able to farm him. So, but my man's Bosk is over 50% to 7 stars finally, 61 out of 100. One of my current farms. Boba's been done. Django's been done. The rest of these guys are done as far as star count. I do still need to gear them so that I'm ready to go in and 7-star Chewbacca once that comes around. Empire. Not much has changed here with the Empire. I did put a second Zeta on Palp. Or, no, I'm sorry, not Palp. I put a Zeta on Vader. I have that second Zeta on there. I put a Zeta on Vader, inspiring through fear. Because... Beta Zeta. Yeah. This is the one that whenever damage over time expires, he reapplies. And because we use him with Papa Palpatine, that just goes into the turn meter for the Empire, which is fantastic. So that is the new change there. He's still sitting at gear 9 along with Grand Admiral Thrawn. Palps is at gear 11. So I do need to work on this team, get him up to gear 12 for sure. DSP, I know, crazy. What? At DSP? Oh, at DSP, I'm still in shock. Arnold T put relics on Clone Wars Chewie. Crazy, haha, but he's a mega Kraken now. So it's all about having fun with his channel and GAC. That is very true, man. He's making so much money off his channel, it's not even funny. E. Walkins. Man, these guys, Wicket and Logray, are taking me forever. I'm at 47 out of 100 for Wicket. He is at gear 10 now, which should be good enough for the event. Logray, 32 out of 100. Oh my gosh, Logray. Logray hates me. Logray just hates me. I cannot catch this guy. One day you will be there as well, Itachi. Hopefully, I do hope so. The day I get to sit at home and just create content, I'll be a very, very happy man. I'll say that. I'll be a very happy man. But yeah, Ewoks are coming along. Only reason I haven't 7-starred Elder is because I want to finish off Logray and Wicket. They're taking forever, and Elder's at 61 out of 100. So he's at a low node for hard nodes. He's going to be pretty easy to get to 7 stars pretty quickly. And he shows up over in the guild store as well. So Logray, we're still farming out of the guild store at this time. Wicket is a hard node farm. It's taking us forever. The First Order. Yeah, no change here. No change here. We'll get there eventually. Moving on to Galactic Republic. This is taken over as the pride and joy of this account. Look at those relics, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they're so beautiful. Relic 5, Padme Amidala. Relic 5, Jedi Knight Anakin. Relic 4, General Canopsters. Relic 2, Ahsoka Tano. I'm probably going to Relic Barris. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. Maybe not. I need to save those for C-3PO. So C-3PO is coming along. What is this? I think this is a stun gun. Yep. Trying to get the stun gun. I need 5 more to get stun guns done. Almost all of those have great ships too. Yeah. So I need to finish off for the stun gun there. Once I finish off that stun gun, he can go to gear 10. And we'll take him to gear 11 and put on as many gear 12 pieces as I can. And then once we get him to 7 stars, we'll finish him off there. I am farming Plo Koon on the low because I have his ship at 330. So we're going to take for sure to gear 12. I'm going to need it for General Anakin Skywalker event. Plo Koon's going to be needed in light side territory battles, for Geo territory battles. So not a bad character to go through in gear and put some mods on and stuff like that. His ship is dope. And that's the same thing we're doing with these clones. We're gonna need these clones anyways for General Skywalker as well. Plo rework coming in 2022. Need a stun gun shocker of the century, man. Yeah, always need stun guns. But outside of that, Grandmaster Yoda's still sitting at gear 11. We'll talk about him here in a minute when we go to Jedi. But this is the team, guys. This team has been holding up for me really, really strong, which is fantastic. Geos. I know I've said this for quite a few streams now. I definitely need to get Brood Alpha and Poggle the Lesser to gear 12 before we hit the next Geo territory battle. Like that has to happen. It just has to happen. I think Evo and I talked about this last time after the stream, and about how we're about between our accounts, between the two of us, I think we're about a third, right? You said a third of the guild.
Yeah. So what? We had 7.
Yeah.
We counted for a third of the guild in something, but we're not. So there's 4.
Oh, Territory Wars. It was Territory Wars.
Yeah,
TW.
something like that.
Yeah. So, I know. Can you beat what mission? Nope. I get on the last part DSP. I kind of get destroyed. Like I breeze through the other parts. The last phase of it is where they start taking me out. So I definitely need to get Brood Alpha up to gear 12. I need to get Poggle up to gear 12 for sure, and then look at taking at least Brood Alpha, Spy, and Soldier all to relics. But we should be able to go through it at gear 12 for sure. So I'm 2 pieces away from Brood and 1 piece away from Poggle. So I've been putting the gear on them as they pop up, but I haven't been focused on them. I was focused really on getting relic on Ahsoka. It was a big thing. So Jedi. Really? Blue Man, do you feel platoons? What should be within reach? Yes, I feel platoons. Okay, thanks, Bloomin. DSP, I do it with all G12 and just Brood 13.3. All right, Relic 3, Brood Alpha. So, Jedi, after we're done with Padme's team, getting them to Relic 5, I'll switch over to Jedi and get these guys relicked. I do still want to relic Geos, but I'll probably do Jedi before I do Geos. So, mainly because Jedi Knight Revan is like one piece away. They're also a very good offensive team, obviously. They're probably my second best modded team, so outside of Padme and team. So they definitely are going to get that love next. Top down, guys. Top down is what you're going to want to do. When you're going through doing relics and things like that. I do really want to do Geos next, just because I use them for defense and I use Jedi Knight Revan for offense. So I'm kind of struggling with that right now, which way I want to go. I do know at least Jedi Knight Revan I'll relic, but I may completely do Geos before I do completely do Jedi. It's one of the two. They're the next project, though. Shock T is at 3 stars. No change there. No change with the rest of these Jedi. Hermit Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda, Jolie Bindo, and Bastila Shan. They're still all sitting where they were last week. Night Sisters, I don't have Nightmarish yet. I need to start working on a Saj, because a Saj is needed for General Skywalker event. So outside of Saj, I haven't worked on any of these other ones. Obviously, the best team to have is going to be a Saj, Old Daka, Mother Talzin, Spirit, and Zombie, in my opinion, for Grand Arena. Talia's needed over for Sith Raid, Heroic Sith Raid. So we'll definitely be working on these Night Sisters soon. Old Republic, no change here. Karth, outside of Karth, is almost finally at 7 stars. Holy moly, this guy takes forever. He is one of my fleet actual farms, which I haven't done today because I was trying to get Ahsoka to relics. I actually skipped this farm today just to relic Ahsoka. But there we go, 91. So we got 9 more shards to go, and he'll be done, and I can move over to Anakin's. I got to move over to Shock T. No, I don't know. It's going to be Shock T, or move over to Anakin's ETA Starfighter. B1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right now I'm doing Karth and B1. So, but Karth is almost done there. Rebels.
I would say unlock Shock T and then finish out the ship.
Yeah, she's unlocked. I want to get her at least 5 stars. I need both at 7 stars, so it doesn't really matter which way I go. Either way, I got to get them both at 7 stars for General Skywalker event.
Yeah.
So Rebels.
The ship is more beneficial.
Maybe. Probably. I don't have a good fleet to go with him yet. Because I'm
in that ship for all 3 accounts right now.
Yeah, he really needs to be in a Galactic Republic team. Shock T first. DSP says Shock T first.
Oh, DSP is best.
I just let you guys hash it out. Who's got the better Harry Potter knowledge? I would say Evo. I just know Evo and his level of Harry Potterness.
I will deflect the Star Wars knowledge to DSP because I claim the Harry Potter knowledge for sure.
Anakin ship at unlock works off the bench at low stars. DSP is saying he knows more. Anyways, Rebels, Han Solo is at 7 stars. Haven't geared him yet. Sorry, guys. Eventually, I get over here and actually gear these guys because I'm gonna need them for Rebel fleets specifically. Speaking of which. And that's actually going to be a better defensive fleet with Home 1 for me. And then using Grand Admiral Thrawn for offense is going to be good. So eventually we'll get to MILF. But they're all still looking pretty weak like they did last week. Outside C-3PO is having progress. Viva la Resistance. Not much really going on here. Resistance pilot is ready to go 7 stars. Poe Dameron's actually almost ready to go to 7 stars. So these guys are going to stay unactivated until I'm ready to really work towards Rey. Oh, I gotta look at Scoundrels, because at one point I was snagging Infus Nest. Oh, not too much there. There's Cara Dune for you guys. As you see, she's ready to be activated at 3 stars, but not much going on there. Separatists. Now, Grievous, 272. He's finally at 5 stars. I could unlock these guys, and we'd have a pretty decent Grievous team at 1.6 million GP. It may be something to do, but just not ready to go there yet, right? We got some gearing to do on some other characters and stuff like that. I don't want to throw another team in right now. I'd rather gear up the characters I have, keep my GP fairly low, and move on from there afterwards. So, but Droideka is a farm for me right now. At the moment, which also gets me this guy, Xanadu Blood, which I'm farming for ships. We've got B1 Battle Droid is a farm for me over in fleets, which again, like I said, today I specifically went towards trying to get gear 13 on Ahsoka Tano, and that was a piece needed out of fleets, so that's where I used my energy today. B2 Super Battle Droid, I don't know where I've been getting this guy from, because I haven't been farming him. Oh no, yes I have. So I did start grabbing him every once in a while here in Cantina when I wasn't trying to work on relics at the time, and then I went back to working on relics, so he got pushed back to the side. Magna Guard I will grab as well every once in a while in the guild store, because he does show up there. But that's about it going on there. Newt Gunray is at 7 stars. Just haven't activated him. Same with Asajj Ventress. But Asajj I haven't geared yet. So I'll actually have some play here for some pretty decent Separatist defensive squad. Maybe offensive squad, depending on how I want to use them. DSP, one of my favorite YouTubers behind Itachi, of course. And
it's Harry Potter talk.
Men of the Loader channel. Chat. Yeah, I see that.
I told you not to get me started.
I'm sorry, I didn't say much.
I did warn you.
Sith. Yeah, Trey's at 319 shards. So she's like what, 2? Yeah, about 2. I'm about 2 raids away from having her at 7 stars, and she is not activated yet. That
how many do we get a raid? 6 or 7?
I think it's 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been 2 either way, but
yeah, so either way it'd be 2. This has taken me some real discipline not to activate her, by the way. For her to sit this far to almost 7 stars.
I can't believe she doesn't have 3 Zetas on her already.
I'm telling you.
I mean,
my main account, I immediately activated her, put a Zeta on her, and what does it matter? You won't unlock her? Oh, are you talking to Evo, DSP?
No, he's talking to you.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm not going to activate her right now. I don't have a team for her, so that's actually I've gotten better at, a little bit better at.
I was about to say that didn't stop you with Padme.
No, it didn't. I went right after Padme. I knew where I was going with that. Padme sat there for all of 5 minutes, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm activating her."
Zetas.
Yep, Zetas and everything else. But no, I'm working on Padme. I'm working towards General Skywalker specifically. So I'm okay with her sitting there at the time, because I'm not even working on. I can't believe I'm not working on Sith. This is the only account that I've not really worked on my Sith. The Sith Empire is looking so sad right now. So sad. But it's okay. We'll get there eventually. All right. Moving over to ships. Chips. So my my favorites right now are Hyena Bomber, Vulture Droid, Slave 1, Xanadu Blood, Umbaran Starfighter, IG-2000, and Rex's ARC-170. Those are the ships that I'm looking for. Obviously, Xanadu Blood and IG-2000. IG-2000 is one of my other hard node farms right now. Over in 6E hard light side, even though I already have Poggle's just converting over to Shard Shop currency for me. Once I get this to 5 stars, I'm activating this. Once I get those shards, so that I can go in and actually do and unlock MILF. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that. Slave 1 is also on his way up to 5 stars, actually 31 out of 65. Xanadu Blood is on his way to 6 stars. So this is coming along pretty nicely. Hyena Bomber on his way to 6 stars. Vulture Droid, I unfortunately have not been farming. I still need that additional energy for the additional energy for gear right now. So all right, let's look at our light side characters here. We'll light side, dark side. Haven't tried out Ahsoka yet. Now that I have her relic, I'm sure it did some crazy stuff to her ship. But that is at 7 stars. All maxed out, except no, it's not all maxed out. So I need to finish maxing these 2 abilities out on Ahsoka Tano's ship. Ghost is at 7 stars. Pistons, U-Wing, Phantom. There's really no changes here. Except for Home 1 is now officially at 7 stars. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo, nice. Dude, I was gonna spend some shards to get another roll in, and I was short by like 30. No, because I just wanted the 7 stars in that.
I've been grabbing Resistance X-Wing as that's needed to get the Radis. So, and as you see, Plo Koon's ship is ready to be activated as well. But yeah, we're starting to build up a Galactic Republic fleet. Got the Endurance to 6 stars. That is new. I did not have it at 6 stars last stream. So now officially on that 7-star march for the Endurance once that event comes back around. So, but yeah, G-Rep. We're starting to build up our G-Rep fleet. So we have those ships rocking and rolling. Dark side. Our dark side ships, as we talked about, Hyena Bomber, Vulture Droid, Slave 1, Xanadu Blood, and IG-2000. As you guys know, Geos are still my arena team at the time. It was a horrific farm. Did it solely at a Galactic War Store. It never shows up, but when you see it there, buy when you see it there. Houndstooth is at 7 stars. It's been there for a while. Tide Vance I've been getting here and there, mostly through finishing some challenges and things like that, or achievements. I can't remember what they're called. Challenges, I think is what it is. TIE Silencer hasn't gone through. We haven't gone through the 7 stars yet. Imperial TIE Fighter has been at 7 stars for a while. Executrix is at 6 stars still, 10 shards away from 7 stars. I haven't tried the Chimera event yet. I may do that while Evo is doing his thing, actually. But that's my dark side ships. Moving on to shipments here. So we're grabbing these guys every day, as you guys know. There should be no reason why you don't grab these ones that just cost you a little bit of credits. You need the gear anyways, as you get into relics and things like that. Over here in Cantina battles, we're going to be 1 shard away from Poe Dameron being at 330 shards for 7 stars. Guild store, always looking for my man's Low Gray, and he's never there. But I am going to go ahead and grab IG 100 Magna God. Let's see if there's anything else here. Outside of that, I grabbed gear. It's like, that's it. It's gear. I actually need all this. It's pretty much gear and looking for low gray. Squad Arena, I am farming Mace Windy. We're going to need that guy at 7 stars. And at least gear 11 over there for ships. Galactic War Store. This is all for the most part conversion. Now, things like this, First Order TIE Fighter, I'll grab that. When Resistance X-Wing pops up here, I grab that as well. That's really about it. I'm not grabbing any characters out of here at this moment, as all the ones that are really necessary are I've already gotten to 7 stars. Mod Store. If you have the currency to go through and do Mod Store, you should do it. I'm going to grab this. You should definitely do it. I'm also going to grab this because this has speed and it's an offense. Obviously, make sure you're looking for stats that go with the mod. So, like this crit chance here, this is a crit damage primary set. Then there's like defense, health, protection. What's up? No, I go broke in Mod Store. So you want to make sure that the stats are going to kind of line up. So, you don't want this to be a crit chance or, this being a crit chance set with a health primary stat on your triangle. You're looking for crit damage, offense, crit chance here. And then I'm typically looking for things that have speed. If I'm going to spend money or, my currency on mods, I'm typically looking for speed in the secondaries. Now, there are exceptions. Like if this were to have double offense in here, offense and offense percent, I probably would have purchased this because crit damage is hard to find on the triangle, and we still have a chance to roll an offense, but that's the last stat on there. So you just want everything to kind of line up. Defensive mod has protection, it's got protection, health, and tenacity. This would be a good mod to get because it's a defensive mod. I'm not currently looking for those. And then obviously anything that's 5 dot. Fleet Arena Store. There's Resistance X-Wing right at the top. We're going to grab that. Clone Sergeant's Arc right there. I'm barring. So all those guys are on my farming list right now. Outside of that, we're always looking for General Grievous right here where Akbar's at. And that's really, really it. Get one, I got 23.9k saved up for Get One. So I'm currently not grabbing anything with Get One. I stopped scrolling at this point. So if I haven't gotten any Get Two recently, then I really just skip this store. There's an occasion where I'll grab a piece of gear, like if I'm like 4 or 5 salvage pieces away from completing a piece of gear, I'll go ahead and grab it if it's sitting over there just to complete that gear on that character. Outside that, Get Two, I'm using for the Malevolence, 85 out of 145. Championship store, this is where I get most of my gear. I spend most of my championship currency in here on salvage. And then over here in the Shard store, this is also where I get the rest of my gear. These are my 2 gear shops. Essentially is what I look at these as. They're going to have most of the gear that you're going to need in these shops for the characters that you're currently working on. So that's where we're at for that. Says, so I use Mod Store to keep a triangle stock. Oh, okay. I got burned out of trying to get good speed mods for Mod Store though, because a good speed mod showed up every day, but I spend more on mods than I make. Being said, some of my fastest mods came from Mod Store. That's awesome. It'd be nice if they had a way to favorite mods, like when you're actually purchasing them. I think would it be nice, so you can know that you need to go work on that mod and increase it. So that's where the account's at, guys. It's looking really good. Really excited to get to Mando here for marquee event. This marquee event, Tales from the Outer Rim. So he should be number 3. All right, so that's all I got. We're going to kick it over to Evo. My man's Evo is going to come up here on the main screen and let him go over his account.
Doing my dailies, man.
Doing your dailies.
Get stuff done. All right. Let's see where I'm at over here. Hey, remember, guys, the Galactic Legends are now available. Ooh, not activated. That's cool. My not activated is going really well. As you can see, a bunch of stuff not activated. Where are we at here? 501st. Okay, so they're done. Fives is done. Eck is done. Rex is done. I'm now farming Arc Trooper. So that should be fun.
Fun.
Get Arc Trooper unlocked. I'm gonna unlock Shakti, and I'm gonna work on both of them, and then I'm gonna have a little team going. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Darth asked, I'm earning that wrench at DSP. Yeah, man. Keep it up, Darth asked. A great work out there, man. Thank you.
Bounty Hunters, no real movement. Apparently, turn me up. Apparently,
turn Evo's mic up. What? Oh.
See if I can hear myself.
At one point, you were like shooting
I can
way.
hear myself.
Okay, I say at one point you were like shooting way into the red, so I turned it down actually.
How about now?
Oh my god.
So yeah, I just got a piece of Frigredo. That's the most movement that I've seen on Bounty Hunters in like 4 weeks. So, yeah. Clonchuber, Droid, Empire. No movement on Empire. Oh wait. As my son calls him, Grandma Tarkif.
It's a great name for him.
These are all greens. We'll go ahead and do that. It's fine. Oops. Grandma Tarkif. Hey, I agree, DSP. I don't know why he invites me to this thing. Ewoks. Not a whole lot of movement on Ewoks. I still have a ways to go on Logray. I still have 112 shards to go for Logray, so you ahead of me. Not in the store.
He still sucks to find.
So they're coming along. Ewok Elder's done. Chief Elder's got a way to go. I'll farm him after I'm done with Arc Trooper. Wicked, I'm only farming for the stun guns. Poplo is a little bit closer than Logray is, so they're coming along. But you can unlock him at 5-star, can't you?
Who? Yes.
C-3PO.
Yes, you can.
I have to take a look at that. Because I wouldn't be too far away from that. First Order, no movement. Galactic Republic. So I can activate Shock T. Like I said, I'm working on Clone Trooper for that clone team there. I do have 5s unlocked because I'm using 5s with my Padme team right now. So Padme, R2, Ahsoka, 5s, and Barriss. They're doing okay for me. They're a nice little team. I do try and toss some gear on them when it comes around, but I'm not focusing on them right now. Focusing on getting my Darth Revan team going. I just broke the game because I put a piece of gear on R2D2. Client must be restarted. Ooh. That's a good one. Okay. That's why I have 3 of them. It's funny, I was working on R2D2 my game froze if only R2D2 were around to fix it for me.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
This might be a while.
Do 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 do. Oh man, how many of you guys heard the oh, this is a perfect timing actually. Oh nope, it's back. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, gotta get this. Gotta get the freebie going. Gotta get the freebie. Big money, big money. Ooh, 700. All right.
The only real thing C-3PO lacks from stars and gear is the health and protection to not steal.
Oh, it didn't even equip. R2D2 is like breaking the game right now.
Oh, dude, the game is broken. Like, you just reminded me. I used to be able to, Chewie's guard. I used to be able to quickly go through and do 50 crystal refreshes quite quickly. Now I have to wait until the additional energy that I get from the 50 crystals completely fills up before I select the next one, or else the game just it's like, nope, sorry. Can't refresh, bruh.
But yeah, this is where I'm at for Galactic Republic. Like I said, just tossing gear on them as I get it, but they're pretty good.
Thanks for all
Geonosians, haven't seen any movement in a while. Oh, got a piece for Poggle. Nice. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's do that. Geo Soldier is still my only gear 12. Poggles, like, they're all 1 to 2 pieces away, so if I turn over and start working on them, they'll move pretty quick. No Imp Troopers. Jedi still my strongest team. Second strongest team against all 3 of my accounts. So
yeah, that's pretty crazy. What was that in the raid the other day?
Yeah. In Sith raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did pretty good. I haven't touched Bastila in a while. I've been working. Oh, this is the wrong one. Yeah, everybody else is just kind of chilling there. No movement on Night Sisters. Old Republic. So Canderous is done. I just haven't bumped him up yet. Carthanasi is gear 9. Gear 9. I do need to put his Zeta on. Done. So I want to get him to gear 11. I want to get him and Canderous to gear 11 for sure. So they're going to be next to him working on. I've been working on my Sith Empire, which I'll get down to that in a second. But working on these guys, trying to get my Darth revving.
D-Rev. How far were you again? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Star-wise, they're done.
Nice.
The Old Republic guys are done.
Very nice.
Who needs this? Chewie. Rebels. I got a lot of work to do for Rebels, man. A lot of work.
Yeah, I feel that pain.
I need to get this guy to gear 11 so I can actually use all of his abilities. I need to get this guy pumped up so that I can actually use him in a team. And I need to get this guy to... Ooh, yes. Bonus. I'm glad I didn't use that on the other guy.
You know how I know I barely pay attention to the side chick account?
What's that?
I have 72.77 million shipbuilding materials. And I buy mods on this account. A lot.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, outside of that, no movement. I mean, I got one Zeta on CLS. Toss some more on him once I'm through working on my other guys for Darth Revan, but yeah, it's kind of chilling there. All right, Separatists. No additional movement on. I'm still grabbing all of these guys as I get them. I slowed down on my droidica farm because I'm working on gear for other people. But yeah, I grab B2 Super Battle Droid whenever I have the shards, and I grab General Grievous and B1 as often as I can. Sith, I have Darth Nihilus. I want to get Darth Scion able to be unlocked, and then I'm probably going to get him to 4 or 5 stars, and then I want to use those 3. I think you and I talked about a team, Sith team, right? So it was Trey and Nihilus, Scion. Did we put Sith Trooper in there?
We talked about Basilisk, Sean, and I think like Sith Trooper or something like that. Until you get D-Rev.
Yeah.
Because I mean, your Basilisk Sean's at a good point now. Like, even not having or putting Traya in with Palpatine.
Yeah. So yeah, Bastila and HK-47 are both at gear 10. So I'm doing everything I can to get their gear up. I'm just stuck behind the stun gun and Carbonti wall right now. So that's what I'm working on.
Nice.
But yeah, that's where all my gear is going right now. Just working on getting these 2 guys as high as possible. I'd like to get them to gear 12 before I move on to something else. And then come back and finish them off once I have D-Rev. But yeah, that's it for those guys. And I mean, I'll take a look at the ships. There hasn't been any movement on my ships though. I still use the same team. Houndstooth, the Geos, Phantom 2, been using Ahsoka more so than anything else. Toss in some bigs if I need them. I'm still 1 event away from Home 1. I was saying I was thinking about using shards to refresh it so I could do it, but I didn't have enough shards. So, we'll get it next time. Yeah, nothing new in the ships. Still a little ways away from MILF. I said I stopped on these farms, so we got 4 stars in New Blood, 10 shards away from 4-star IG 2000. So what's that? 50 shards away from on Xanadu Blood and 60 shards away on IG 2000 to actually get to unlock the ship. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're at with that. As far as what I'm farming, come in here and grab all these guys. Cantina battles. What am I grabbing here? Old Daka. Trying to fish out Old Daka. Guild store. Obviously, Low Gray is a big one. Really, I kind of watch this one right here. Yeah. Galactic War Store. I think mostly, I'm grab some Resistance Pilot and then kind of tossing things into extra shards. Not a whole lot. I need that here anymore. Fleet Arena, I come over here to the mod store and look every now and then. I try to keep myself at a certain level because I need to work on mods. So as soon as every time I go to work on mods, I deplete my resources because I need to do so much with mods. So I don't usually stop by here. Every now and then I'll come in and I'll spend like 10 million or something, get a couple mods, but I don't check there daily. I need lots of ability material omegas. I'm under 50 Zetas. I was at 61 at the start of the stream. I just used one, but I'm under 50.
Oh,
it's very crazy.
Who'd you just put a Zeta on?
Karth.
Ah, it's a good Zeta. His leadership.
Yeah. So, I was saying grab Resistance X-Wing, so I'll start doing some of that. Guild Event Store, do not scroll down. I'm at 13k, holding strong. And everything else is just kind of gear that I need. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I need these. I know I need those. What are these? Yes. Yeah, that's all I got for you, man.
Sweet, man. Pop back over to ours here, mine here. Yeah, so that's going to be about it for today. This is not the IMPS account. I'm actually on the Hyperdrive bundle account. I also have to finish a few things, setting defenses and stuff on my accounts for TW and Grand Arena. All right, my friends, DSP, NO, AR movie trailers, Darth asked all you guys, thank you so much, Evo. Thank you for joining us. Bloomin' Skywalker. Thank you all very, very much for coming by today and hanging out on the stream. Like Darth Asta said, don't forget to smash that like button if you liked what you watched today. But Evo and I are going to find our way out for the night. We're going to go ahead and get off the stream. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you haven't hit the subscription button already, guys, please don't forget to that subscription button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs before the end of the year. At least by the end of the year. So hopefully you guys can help out with that. Spread the word out there for that. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you aren't missing a thing, my friends. All right, all you lovely people. We'll see you guys next time right here on the channel. Peace out.